everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha Linden and you're watching Fresh Linen Crochet, and today's video is going to be a tutorial of how I made this pumpkin scrunchie. I've had this idea for a while now and I finally was able to get it written down and figured out how I wanted to make it. So if you want to learn how to make this scrunchie, go ahead and keep watching and I'm going to show you right now. Alright, so here is another close-up of the pumpkin scrunchie. I think it came out so cute with the leaf and the curly Q and the orange color with the light green. The orange, this is the brand Yarnbee from Hobby Lobby in the color Pumpkin, and this is Juicy Couture in the color Watercress. I also use a 6.5mm crochet hook, scrunchie, yarn needle, stitch marker. I'm listening to hear if my kids are going to walk in or not. They were just in here, but I guess not. They're good. So anyways, the way that I worked this up is pretty easy. I kind of kept everything connected because I don't like having to weave in a lot of ends, so I'm always trying to like figure out how to have the least amount of ends possible. So I did attach it and do single crochets all the way around here with the color Pumpkin. Then I attached Watercress to Pumpkin right about here. I made the coil and came back, made the leaf, so my end for this green was actually right on this side right here. And then I kept Pumpkin attached. I didn't cut it. So then I just grabbed Pumpkin again and went back this direction and was crocheting the double crochets all the way around. So that's pretty much how we're gonna work this up. Another way you could do it would be to just do like the scrunchie all the way around and leave a spot here and then attach the green and do the green. That would be like easy as well, but I don't know. I was just working it out and figuring out how I wanted to do it, and that's how I ended up doing it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to take the ponytail holder and the color Pumpkin and I'm going to just tie this around my scrunchie. Okay, so I'm going to hold my yarn with the end on this side because I want to crochet over the end as I go around in this direction. I'm going to take my 6.5mm hook, come under in between the ponytail holder, grab the yarn and pull up a loop and then pull through. And now I'm going to do one single crochet. So for single crochet, you're going to go underneath, grab a loop, grab the yarn so you have two loops, yarn over, pull through those two. So this is my first single crochet right here, and I'm going to put a stitch marker right through there just so I don't forget. With the velvety yarn, like you can see all of your stitches pretty well, but sometimes that first one might get lost after we have so many on here. Now we're going to crochet 27, and on the 28th single crochet we are going to color change to Watercress and then do the last two stitches in Watercress. That way there's 30 single crochets around all together. So again, for the single crochet, go underneath inside the ponytail, grab some yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both of them. So let's just keep going. So number 3, number 4, 5. I'm crocheting over that end as I go, so I'm making sure to keep a hold of that. 6, 7, 8. I lost the end, so we pretty much went over it. 9, 10, 11, 12. The yarn is getting all tangled up. This is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 18, 19, oh, come on, 19, there we go. 20, I'm going to scoot these over, make room for the rest of our stitches. 21, 22, 23, 24, scoot them over, 25, 26, 27 will be our last full complete one in this color, and for 28 we are going to get to this point of our single crochet, and then we're going to switch to watercress, and I'm going to hold pumpkin back here. I'm going to grab watercress and just loop it around my hook and then just pull through. I'm going to pull pumpkin tight, I'm going to pull watercress tight, and I'm going to have the end for watercress and my pumpkin yarn. I'm going to pull it to the side here and crochet the single crochets over it. So I'm doing 2 more single crochets right here. Well, I hear Enoch saying, "Okay, I'm coming already." I don't know if his dad's, I don't know if it's dad calling him or brother calling him. Someone's calling him. So let's go under and do 2 more single crochets in watercress. And then I'm going to take watercress, and where my slip stitch is, my first stitch, I'm just going to go right into there and slip stitch that together. Pumpkin is still attached, and I still have this little bit of watercress, the end, but that's fine. We'll deal with that later. I can take my stitch marker out now, and I'm going to leave pumpkin attached. Like I said, you could take it off if you wanted to and reattach it later. I don't know, I just like to keep it attached, so I did. So moving on to making the little coil, very easy. That's the first thing that I make on this side. We are going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so 7 chains on our hook here, and then I am just going to do 3 single crochets in each one. So I'm going to skip this one that's attached to my hook here. I'm going to go into this second chain, and I'm going to do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, right in that same stitch. Next stitch, we're going to do the same thing. 1, oh my goodness, 2, and 3. Next stitch, same thing. 1, 2, and 3. One, 2, 3. We have 2 more stitches left. So this one, same thing, nice and easy. Get some more yarn here. Oh, I think I did 2 there. This one is 3. last stitch. 1, 2, 3. So we got our little coil like that, and then we are going to just slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch into this one. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to show you. There's this one that we came out of. We are going to slip stitch into this one next to it. So that is our coil. And then we are going to slip stitch into this next one. And this is where we're going to do our leaf. There we go. Give it some shaping, nice and tight like that. Now okay, so to make the leaf, we're going to do another chain of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then in the second chain from hook, we are going to do a single crochet. In the next stitch, we are going to do a half double crochet. So we are going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab some yarn and pull up a loop. We have 3 loops on here, and we're going to yarn over and go through all 3 of them. In the next, we are going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop. Now we have 3 loops again, except we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. And then yarn over and go through 2 more. Then in that same stitch with the double crochet, we're going to do a treble crochet. So yarn over twice, go into the same stitch, pull up a loop, so you have 4. We're going to pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. Then in the next stitch, we're going to do another double crochet. Yarn over, go in the next stitch, pull up a loop. You have 3, and we're going to pull through 2, then pull through 2 again. And then for the last stitch, we are going to do a slip stitch. So just go in, flip a loop, and pull through there. So that's one side of our leaf. Then I'm going to slip stitch into, hang on, we'll take a look for a second. Okay, so this is one side of our leaf, how it has this rounded shape because we increased in size of our stitches. I want to get to this side and do the same thing back this way. So I'm going to look, and honestly, with the velvet yarn, it's kind of hard to be precise. Give it your best guess. Basically, I just slip stitch. I want to slip stitch to get over here. So I'm just trying to take a look at where we're at, because again, with the velvet yarn, it's a little hard to see. And if you mess it up, it's the leaf and velvet yarn is pretty forgiving. But we know that we want our double and trebles to be about here. This should be a double crochet. So this is going to be the one that I'm going to slip stitch into. And to be honest, if it doesn't look right the first time you do it, just do it again. It's a tiny leaf. It's not like it takes you very long to do. I mean, I had to like this part, it probably took me the longest to figure out, and I feel like it's even still a little bit uneven. But oh well, it's homemade. That's what makes it so fun. So I slip stitch into this side, and in the next stitch I'm going to do a double crochet. So yarn over, go through, pull up a loop, go through 2 and 2 more. And then it's going to be a treble crochet in the next stitch, so twice. So we're doing the same thing we did on the other side, just backwards. So pull through 2, pull through 2 more, pull through the last 2, and then in that same stitch do a double crochet. In the next stitch, do a half double crochet. So go into the yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through all 3, and then there would be a single crochet for the last one, but it kind of doesn't work. So for the last one, instead of single crocheting, I go into that last stitch and I slip stitch. I really like slip stitches. I feel like they're just like one of those handy tools. They're a really like handy stitch. And that's it. That gives it kind of more of the leaf feeling, because I kind of wanted it to have more of a pointed end, and that is going to give me that, especially when I stitch this in. So that is it for the leaf. Now if you feel like it's a little too off, because I know mine looks a little off, then you could do it again, but I mean, what pumpkin leaves are like completely perfect, right? I feel like it's pretty good actually. Okay, so I am going to just cut my yarn, and then I'm going to pull it through this loop, and this will be the end that I weave in through the leaf here. And now we're done with watercress. So that's that. Last part, we are going to, oh, the baby's waking up, hang on. Okay, so from here I am going to go into, I'm going to find where my my pumpkin yarn is. It's going this direction. So I'm going to go into this stitch right next to it right here. This is where the green, where I attach the green on the other side. I'm going to go into this stitch. I'm also going to crochet over this end here, so I'm going to pull it over this way. I'm going to pull up a loop, and then I'm going to chain 2, because we're going to be doing double crochets. So I'm going to do, in that space where I just did that, I'm going to do 2 more double crochets in there for a total of 1 chain 2 space, which counts as a double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. So altogether it's going to be 3 double crochets in every stitch. So 1 more double crochet there, and it's going to be 3 double crochets in every orange and every pumpkin color all the way around. I'm going to switch my orange yarn onto my, what is this thing called? Yarn holder, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to keep stitching over this end, and then in the next stitch, which is right here, 3 double crochets. These stitches, since you're adding so many, you're going to lose your next stitch, so just be extra careful. Make sure you're not skipping any of your single crochet stitches that are underneath. And you do 1 more in there. Alright, next stitch, which is right here, 3 double crochets. There's 1, 2, 3. So go ahead and keep doing 3 double crochets in all of your single crochet stitches all the way around, and I'll meet you back when we're almost done here. Alright, so I'm about to make my last double crochet cluster right in here. 1, 2, 3. Which I may have lied. I might do 1 more. Let me see. Yeah. This last one, I'm going to go into here. Where? There it is. I'm going into the stitch right next to my leaf. I always like to look at it first before I cut my yarn. Cutting the yarn is a big commitment. That means you're agreeing that it looks good and you're done. So I always like to kind of look at it first and make sure I like how everything is sitting before I cut the yarn. And I think it looks good. So I'm going to cut this and pull through here. And the last thing, oh, looks like I stopped crocheting over my ends at that point, but oh well. Last thing to do is to just weave in these ends. This one I'm actually going to cut because it already was weaved in enough. Oh my goodness. If I can get my hands to do what I want them to do. There we go. And then for this one, I'm just going to, oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. For this one, I'm just going to weave it through. Sometimes I get so caught up what I'm doing, I forget to like look in the camera and make sure that you can see what I'm doing. So I definitely could have left myself a longer end, and I did not. Usually I leave it longer than that, but I'm just gonna go back and forth right here. Again, velvet yarn is so forgiving. All right. There we go. There's that one done. The last one is going to be pumpkin right here. So for the scrunchies, I like to weave down into the single crochets and go around there when I'm weaving in. So I'm just going to go along here to get down to here. And then I'm just going to push my needle, my noodle. Okay, so I'm just going to push my needle through my needle through there. Give this all a tug. I don't want to pull that too tight right there. And then I'm going to weave, well, I'm going to push it through here a couple more stitches. There we go. And then I'm actually going to go backwards, so I'm going to skip this stitch that I was in and just go through here. And then skip that stitch and come back the same way. I usually try to make it so I'm down here more. Let's see. Now, velvet yarn can like kind of just come apart, so I'm actually going to do a few extra stitching down here right alongside of where the ponytail holder would be in there, and the single crochets, just for some hopefully added security. I'm going to skip that stitch and just go back one more time. Give that a snip. Pull that. Give it a nice little stretch. And there we go. We have another super cute pumpkin scrunchie. So that is how I made that. I'm gonna go put it in my hair and show you guys just how cute it looks when it's actually in your hair. So first is your classic ponytail with little coil and leaves up there, or leaf and the coil, looking like a cute little pumpkin. Next is the half up ponytail, which I love, because it makes your long hair look even longer. Luckily my hair grew a ton while I was pregnant. But I'm definitely scared of it all falling out now. I've had some longer on the bottom is falling out. That's besides the point. I have one more hairstyle. I feel like this one is so fun. I had to have two to do this one though, obviously, but either you could do full ponytails on each side or like the half up, which I love. I think this would be so cute if you're all going to the pumpkin patch. Like I don't like wearing beanies, but I crocheted the boys pumpkin beanies. And that's what they wore to the pumpkin patch, and I was like, what am I gonna wear? Something like this would be so cute, especially if you have, well, any length hair really. It's so cute. It's just little pumpkins, ponytails, holding it. It's just, oh my goodness. Yeah, these are my new favorite. I think they're so cute. Definitely like conversation starter. And of course, as someone who crochets, I like to crochet things for other people a lot. I don't keep as much stuff for myself, but when I do and I'm wearing it, it just feels so nice when someone compliments you and you're like, thanks, yeah, I did make it myself. Like, you know what I mean? Little ego boost to be like, yeah, I made something that not only I like, but somebody else also likes. So I think that these are super cute. This is just adorable. I might just leave my hair like this for the rest of the day. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like this video, please subscribe so that you can see what other stuff I'll be making in the future, and be sure to check out my Etsy shop. There's a link below for that, and I will be having I'll be putting these up. Well, these will be up since this video is coming out. These videos are up on my Etsy shop as well, and just for my viewers, I created a promo code for 25% off your purchase. Just use the promo code Fresh Linden, and hopefully you grab something for yourself, grab something for a friend. I have some bandanas and other things up there. I just plan on getting so much. There's so much that I want to make and put up there. It's just finding the time to do it. But please, even if you just go on Etsy and follow my shop, that's helpful as well. So please go do that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, Crochet Besties.